Partnered by Times Influence.
Great workplaces not just encourage innovation and self-development, but insist on ambition and entrepreneurship from their employees. On this week's episode of Workplace Excellence, we have two such brilliant industry leaders. Join us as we showcase the professional success stories and the HR practices of RPG Enterprises and ICFAI Group. Most consumers are more familiar with RPG Group's brands than they are with the multinational mega conglomerate. However, with 6 companies under their masthead and an annual turnover of $3 billion, RPG Enterprises has over 30,000 employees scattered across the globe in 130 countries. The present-day RPG Group, eponymously named by Rama Prasad Goenka, was established in 1979. And between 1980 to 2010, the group acquired a slew of businesses which made the conglomerate what it is today. Post 2010, it has been headed by Harsh Goenka in the capacity of chairman.
This is a group that has very strong value systems embedded in the way we function every day. Integrity is the key to the way we work. The means that we deploy to achieve results are as important as the results themselves. We must do the right things. We believe in giving respect in the way we engage with our people, our stakeholders, our customers within the organization. We also respect our environment. We focus on sustainability. I myself have ensured that we practice openness and transparency. These are the very pillars that we lean on.
Built on a foundation of long-standing trust and tradition, the RPG Group has a common purpose that defines all its companies.
The vision of the RPG Group is unleash talent, touch lives, outperform, and be happy. As we stay focused on continually increasing shareholder value, we are very much attached to the tenets of our vision statement. I have personally ensured that we have built an ecosystem that grows, attracts and values the best talents in the industry across different levels of the organization.
We are a very connected organization. That's how I would define the culture of the group. In fact, people are the center of everything that we do in the group. In fact, that's how we define ourselves. That's how we see our customers experience us. And we truly believe that our engaged teams take care of our customers. And when that happens, business takes care of itself.
Diversification is the strength of the RPG Group. While each business is distinct, what unifies them is their unquenchable thirst for quality, consistency, sustainability and outperformance. With brands like CIET, Zensar Technologies, Raychem RPG, KEC International, RPG Life Sciences and Harrison Malayalam, the group is one of India's fastest growing conglomerates.
So at RPG Group, we're highly purpose-led. At CIET, our purpose is to make mobility safer and smarter every day. And with purposes of this nature, which are just beyond making money, is what makes us feel excited and come to work every day. For example, KEC, it's a university for talent for the infrastructure industry. I'd say even in CIET, if you look around our factory itself, we have a self-managed team model for all of our associates. Any one associate in the plant can take you through all the machines and explain to you the various improvements that have happened in the factory. In addition to that, through our Deming journey where we've been practicing TQM, each and every person has become a deep high quality problem solver.
As a management board member of this group, in addition to supervising the businesses that I have as part of the specialty sector, one of my core responsibilities is also to drive digital excellence and innovation. And it's this part which gives me a lot of joy and satisfaction. Over the last many years, we have been on the path of digital, looking at embracing digital in our companies to really make them competitive, strong, and quite importantly, actually give a platform to our young people to come up with great ideas and change the way many things are happening in our companies.
The RPG Group leadership as a whole values innovation and encourages the spirit of entrepreneurship among its employees. A lot of cross-learning and understanding business strategy has helped integrate and cement the organizational structure.
For us, people are our biggest strength, and you will be surprised at how much the people are able to deliver in adverse circumstances.
The importance asserted on people ensures that the group has board-level representation from HR at group as well as company level.
People, the raison d'etre of RPG. What it really means is it's the reason, it's the higher purpose why we are here as an organization. We may not be the biggest or the largest or the most profitable company in the sectors that we operate in, but we certainly want to be the best employer, the best company to work for in all the businesses that we are operating in. That's really the higher purpose, to be not just an employer of choice, but to be what I call an employer of delight.
All employees across the group are encouraged to take aspirational goals not only towards professional performance, but also in self-development.
I think my work is really challenging here. I am given the total ownership of my work, and I think the best part is that my seniors are really supporting me in everything I do. The culture that I see here in Zensar is more kind of that, okay, you fail fast, you learn and you grow. And that is something really exciting that keeps me motivated.
In KEC, there's a great thing called Young Executive Board, of which even I'm part of. So where we again directly work with the senior management on certain projects which are very critical for the future of this company. The interaction with the senior leadership is very high. So at every opportunity, you are kind of learning apart from doing your work. So that's something really great about KEC and RPG Group.
Merit and talent are unfettered by artificial barriers, biases, prejudices or preferences at RPG.
I think that's very unique and something that we all celebrate in the group is the extremely inclusive culture that we have built in the group. And diversity for us is not just about gender, which is of course important, but it's about our teams coming from different nationalities, ethnic backgrounds, differentiating capabilities. All of them help us be a much more balanced team. Some of our very innovative people practices again are diversity and inclusion councils, both at the group and at the company levels. Being a part of the group is actually not just all of us here, but it is our extended families. We're very, very proud of the very inclusive workspaces that we've built for the group across the group companies, where we really respect the support that our families give us when we come to work. In fact, the daycare center in Zensar, where women and men from Zensar bring their kids to, is a great example of how we've ensured that Zensar, all of our RPGians can come to the work and give their best. This daycare center has helped us to make sure that all the women who take a break for maternity are able to come back to work. 100% of them come back to work.
The company has proved that capabilities are more important than abilities. Women at CEAT have been hired not just at corporate levels but also on the shop floors. At Raychem RPG, people with hearing and speech impediments have been facilitated with specially modified equipment for visual feedback.
So Raychem RPG has given him a very valuable opportunity because they are not able to speak, they are not able to hear, but looking to their potential, Raychem RPG have given that opportunity which they can turn into their livelihood.
The
infrastructure at each RPG Group office supports an open exchange of knowledge and transparency of interactions with policies like flexible working hours, work from home options, sabbaticals, and self-managed teams. Events and occasions like R&Rs, wellness initiatives, Fun Friday, Town Hall, RPG Learning Series and many more encourage a holistic growth and open communication channels.
So as a workplace, we can't afford to be in our own silos. It's about being open, it's about being courageous, even if it means at the cost of failure, but tomorrow at least you wake up wiser. And as a workplace, have you seen this place, right? You are surrounded by stuff that really would inspire you to just think beyond the ordinary. The art that is there, the kind of exhibition that is put on display, everything is very different from your conventional workplace where you are free to choose the way you want to think, how you want to work, and how do you want to express yourselves, be it with your peers or your superiors as well.
The RPG Group prides itself on its spirit, and so they should. They believe that the measure of success is in the currency of happiness.
We looked at the basic fundamental of human being, which is happiness. We all do what we do because we want to be happy. And that's what makes us different in the RPG Group. We want happiness not only of people within, but also people whom we touch in course of our daily interactions.
Last year, we took a step back and asked ourselves, what is it that truly drives us? And we realized that happiness is at the core of everything that we do. If you're awed by the level of passion and ownership that our people demonstrate, please know that it's our infectious happiness that's inspiring them. And that's how we ordinary people at RPG achieve extraordinary things time and again.
A lot of people do ask me for how long have you been with the group and Zensar, and I always smile and say forever. Some people do ask me saying, how long do you see yourself in the group and in Zensar? Then I once again smile and say forever.
It's said that if you develop a passion for learning, you will never cease to grow. Following this dictum, the ICFAI Group forayed into finance and management education in 1984 and later developed to build a pan-Indian network and presence. The ICFAI Group constitutes two strategic institutional units, the ICFAI Universities and the ICFAI Business Schools, while the focus on education and learning is uniform across the institutes.
ICFAI as such started in 1985, starting CFA programs. Later on in 1995, they started management programs, round about in 9 locations across India. One among them is IBS Hyderabad. And we have completed 2 decades in management education. And it represents, especially IBS Hyderabad, represents mini India. Each classroom represents 29 states plus 5 union territory students.
Boasting of state-of-the-art classrooms and cutting-edge curricula, the ICFAI institutes follow a unique learning technique.
The values, education, merit and ethics, these are some of the founding principles of ICFAI Group. At ICFAI, we have always looked at people as prime movers. In education, a large percentage of our purpose is driven by academic members, that is faculty members. Those who drive the purposes of admissions, those who drive the purposes of relationship building, those who drive the purposes of student services will constitute about 10 to 15%. Education is one of the rarest segments where the customer is right in front of you when the product is being serviced. The student is here for 2 years or 4 years, while the entire education is being serviced to him or her right in the campus, right in front of you. That makes educational institutions quite alert, vigilant, and on their toes always. The ICFAI ecosystem transforms the faculty members into institution building. It is by way of the autonomy that has been granted to them in terms of designing their own pedagogy, which suits the current requirements of the new age students. This brand is actually modeled for 20-somethings, being administered by say 40-somethings, and at the leadership level probably 50s and 60s. However, this brand has to be more relevant for younger crowd year after year, day after day, and class after class.
The faculty across the ICFAI institutes is trained to impart knowledge building and learning techniques to support the institute's case pedagogy teaching approach.
In 2010, when I first joined as a student, what I wanted was industry-focused application and knowledge. So ICFAI's PhD gave me that platform. It was a well rigorous course, but it was fun, because it was more towards real life understanding industry practices and how I can use my research which I am doing here in the real life applications of different sectoral problems. So I will say in a nutshell 4 things helped us. One was industry academia interface, one was the rigor as well as the freedom, and second was the empowerment in terms of innovative idea generation, and last thing was what I will say is the caring attitude of ICFAI. After I finished my PhD, I joined in the faculty fold, full-time assistant professor fold. At this phase, I started making new course curriculum. So ICFAI gave me the freedom of moving into new course curriculum, new way of imparting the pedagogy of studies. We developed different analytics courses for our operations department. We moved into development of MDPs, management development programs. ICFAI always tried to tell that go and visit conferences, industry conclaves. I visited plenty of pan-India conclaves across IITs, IIMs, which was completely sponsored by ICFAI. It was a platform which helped me learn. And second and last one, which was that they even asked us to get chances for going abroad for international exposure. ICFAI helped us with all those freedoms, not only academic freedom, not only leaves, not only with the support, financial support, it gave us the ambience to grow. I joined ICFAI as a SID without any nutrition. I got the necessary ambience, the nutrition in the system, and turned from a sapling to a tree.
Right from their introduction when they join to the point when they enter the classrooms, the faculties as well as the employees at the ICFAI Group are encouraged to reach out to the top management without hesitation through an open forum.
I think enhancement primarily comes through participation. When people get the opportunity to participate in the processes of decision making and working out institutional strategy, that itself I think is enhancement. So participation is all around, and a good deal of informality. They're all colleagues, and I think they share the responsibility for management with me. So I'm not the only one.
One of the biggest motivating factors for me personally is that there is a lot of encouragement on innovative teaching practices. So while we do have set processes and procedures which are extremely robust, they are very, very important, required, but at the same time when it comes to delivery, etc., there is a lot of encouragement in making us come out of the box and try out things which are latest and new. And I think that is one of the factors which actually drives us to come to the institute, because we know that what we want to do and what we feel that it will be useful, we are allowed to do.
Pushing the boundaries of employee care, the ICFAI Group offers English speaking classes to its Class 4 employees free of cost. Not only do ICFAI students and faculties get to explore their futures in research at the institute, but they also have access to its one-of-a-kind case development center, Asia Pacific's largest repository for business management case studies.
The most important aspect of this place is creation of a conducive environment which makes the place exciting for faculty, teaching and research. Going to the classroom, you got excellent students, and the faculty inspire the students, and students find it an exciting place to study. The faculty members find it an exciting place to work, and the supporting staff also own this institution.
The ICFAI Group strives to create an intellectually stimulating environment to equip students with the requisite professional and life skills, as well as social sensitivity and high sense of ethics, all enabled by a team of motivated and happy employees of the ICFAI Group.
Partnered by Times Influence.